You don't need 100,000 followers to start making money online. You need 100 of the right people who already trust you. Or less than 100 as a matter of fact, because I started from nothing. I had no audience at all. You need to know that right now, somebody with a smaller audience than yours is making more money than you. And this has nothing to do with them being lucky or that they hacked the algorithm. It is because they figured out something most creators don't realize until like 2, 3, 4, 5 years in. Audience size is the slowest, weakest part to income. And while you are chasing followers, what they're doing is that they are chasing offers. Every month you spend obsessing over reach instead of revenue, you're not just losing money, you're losing the confidence that comes from earning your first real income from your own ideas, the confidence that changes how you build everything afterwards. Now, I've spent months as a brand strategist and content strategist watching creators and entrepreneurs build income from platforms that don't look impressive on paper, right? Small newsletters and small Instagram followers, tiny YouTube channels, niche communities, and turn them into real recurring income. I'm not just talking about one-time revenue, I'm talking about recurring revenue. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 moves that beginners are using right now to make money from a small audience, even if you have under 1,000 followers or even under 500 followers. By the end of this video, the word audience will mean something completely different to you. Now, let's get right into it. Now, you can skip to the list when I start listing, but I really have something to say at this point. I realize that a lot of people think that they're not making money online yet because they don't have enough followers. You think that there's a magic threshold that you have to reach, maybe 10K, maybe 20K, maybe 100K. And once you cross it, brands will start emailing you, sponsors will appear, and the income will finally start. You are thinking so, right? So we keep grinding, keep posting, keep waiting for the number to climb. But that's not the problem. See, the real problem is that you've confused audience with market. They're not the same thing. And the gap between them is where most creators starve. Let me explain that to you. An audience is people who watch your content for free. A market is people who pay you for an outcome. You can have a huge audience and have zero markets, and you can have a tiny audience and have a thriving market. The number on your profile actually means nothing if you haven't done the work of turning a slice of those followers into a market. People who have a problem, the budget to solve it, and the trust in you. They trust in you to actually do it for them. Again, you're not stuck because you're small, you're stuck because you have been building reach without building relevance to anyone who have money to pay you. The followers count will keep coming, but the income will not. I'm sorry, until you switch the goal. I made 7 figures with less than 1K followers back in 2021. So it's really not about followers. I need to tell you, it's not about followers at all. I really started building my online platform, I think maybe 2023, 2024. That was when I started building, and I already made 8 figures of money. Now, the standard advice that you find on this space is basically unusable for beginners. People will tell you that grow first, monetize later, build 1 million followers, and the money will come. Apply for the YouTube partner program, join brand deal platforms, wait for sponsors to discover you. Different advices that you're going to find now. The advice is built for a 2018 internet that no longer exists. AdSense pays cents. Brand deals at the small creator level are infrequent, unstable, and often pay less than a freelance gig could get you in 2 days. And waiting to be discovered is a strategy that works in a world with fewer creators. Not this one that we have, where 50 million people are uploading every single day. For us as African creators and entrepreneurs, especially, this advice is doubly broken because much of the global ad revenue ecosystem, it pays us less per view. Brand deals are concentrated in markets we don't really have access to. And the dollar to naira pressure means that we can't afford to wait 3 years to monetize. We need to make money on the way up, not just at the top. And this is what helped me also in my previous channel before I lost it. I made a lot of money before I even got demonetized. Nobody is going to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you, the creators who are making real money with small audiences, they are not waiting for the platform to pay them. They are building offers, right? They are solving problems. They're treating their content like a front door to a business, not the business itself. Now, let me show you the 5 moves, smart moves actually, that these beginners are making. And I'm telling you, if you replicate it, you are going to get similar results. Number 1, sell an outcome, not access. Make your first offer a problem you already solved. Now, beginners get rich by selling outcomes, not by selling access to themselves. When you have a small audience, the worst thing you can do is sell one-on-one consultation or membership community or follow me for content. No, that's selling access, and access requires audience size to actually scale. You don't have the audience size yet, so you have to flip the model and sell outcomes. An outcome is a specific transformation you help someone achieve. It doesn't depend on followers. It depends on the depth of the problem you can solve. If you can take someone from a painful before to a clear after, and you can describe that transformation in 1 sentence, you can charge for it, even with 200 followers. I'm telling you, I did that, and I got over 1,000 signups because I have proven track record that I can solve this particular problem, and I had receipts to show them. The right first offer is something you've already done for free 3 or 4 times and watch people get view result from. Now, that's the signal. The market is telling you what to package. No, it's just that you're probably not listening because you're busy chasing the number on your profile. But that is not what is going to bring in the money. You know, I read the story of a young woman who built a brand and business in beauty and fashion content in Nigeria, for instance. You know, when she started, she wasn't starting with 1 million followers. She didn't wait for brands to discover her like most people would do. She just started by solving problem, very specific problem, on how to build a wardrobe on a Lagos budget. She also does piece on how to find pieces that work for African body types, you know, how to dress for the workplace without losing your personality. Now, that was the outcome. The follower came as a byproduct of clarity about who she was helping and what specific transformation she was offering people. That's how the follower came, right? You don't need an audience to sell an outcome. You need to know exactly which problem you can move someone from point A to B on with confidence. Now, let me tell you how to apply this week. Start by writing down 3 problems that you have already solved for friends, family, or colleague, wherever it is, what you have solved for them for free, and watch them. You actually watch them get results. Pick one. Now, that's the first offer. Price it. Put it on a simple page. Tell your audience that it exists. Even if your audience is just 200 followers, by all means, please be visible. Talk about it. 3 of them at least will buy. Even if they are just 100 people, 3 of them at least will buy. Number 2, build a small list before you build a big audience. Own the people who already trust you. Now, this is where it gets very interesting. Followers are rented attention. The platform owns them, and the platform controls when they see you. You could lose your account tomorrow and lose them all, right? But there's one form of audience that nobody can take from you. Email list. Nobody can take email list from you. Or a phone-based list. I mean, WhatsApp list, WhatsApp broadcast list where you can have contacts, or a private community list. Anything where you have, you know, direct contact, direct line to human without using a middleman algorithm. You know, without letting an algorithm decide whether they find you or whether they hear from you or not. Now, this is the most underrated move that beginners can make. I'm telling you, please listen to me. Is why some creators with 800 followers make more than creators who are having like 80,000 followers. Because 80,000 followers scattered across a platform is just noise. But 200 of those followers on an email list who actively ask to hear from you is a market, right? You can write to them, you can pitch to them, you can sell to them, you can build a relationship with them that the platform cannot touch, that the platform cannot influence, because you have interaction with them, you have them in your community, in that list that you built for yourself. For African creators especially, this matters even more because our audiences often live across multiple platforms. I'm talking about Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, TikTok, and the platform rules keeps changing per time. It's so hard to keep up. But an email list, I'm talking about a well-organized WhatsApp broadcast list, you know, is something that you actually can control, and it outlasts every algorithm shifts. I have over 20 WhatsApp broadcast lists. The mistake most beginners make is thinking I'll start a newsletter when I have a bigger audience. No, it's the exact opposite. You need to start now. Start when you are small, when your audience is this small, because that's when conversation is easiest. Those are the people who already feel a personal connection to you. Now, by the time you have 50,000 followers, that intimacy is harder to manufacture, but it's easier now. Of course, I'm going to share how to apply this week. Now, Set up a simple email sign up or a WhatsApp broadcast list. You can see a lot of videos on YouTube on how to do that. Use free tools like Stack. I use Brevo, right? Use it to create the list. Promote it in 3 different places: your bio, your most recent video or post, and a pin message in your community. Now, your goal is to get 50 signups in 30 days. The list is the seed of your real audience. It's actually very possible to get that. Number 3, pre-sell before you build. Let the market fund the work. This next one is one that most people skip, and is the move that protects beginners from wasting months building something that nobody wants, right? I'm going to share with you. Most creators, they do it backward. They spend 3 months building a course. I've done that before, so I can say for a fact. They design beautiful slides, they record polished video lessons, they write a perfect sales page, and then they launch. And when they do that, just 7 people buy. And then silence rather, sorry. The smarter move used by every serious creator that I have watched across, the platform, who have moved from broke to earning, is to pre-sell, right? You announce the offer before it exists. You take payment from people who want it, then you build it. Then you build it for the people who actually paid. This flips the entire economics. So instead of risking months of free labor, you let the market fund the work. Pre-selling does 2 things at once. First, it validates that the offer is real, because a person typing in their card on a platform, typing in their card number, is the most honest signal of demand on the internet. Second, it forces you to deliver something useful fast, because real customers are waiting for you. No more endless tinkering, no more procrastination, no more disguise as polishing. You're trying to polish what? Look at the many new wave of African digital creators who have been launching their products. People in fashion, beauty, fitness, finance, marketing. They don't disappear for 6 months in order for them to just create a course, right? What they do is that they open a wait list. They present a cohort. They take 20 people through a 4-week or 6 weeks program, and then they iterate. They charge more next time. They build the empire on the back of paying customers, not on borrowed time. You cannot just disappear because you want to create a course. Now, you also don't need a course. You don't need a course. You don't need a fancy platform. You need 1 paragraph description of what you will teach, who it's for, what they walk away with, and a payment link. Really, that's it. You just need that page. Your product doesn't have to exist on day 1. The promise has to. I hope you understand this. Now, this is how to apply this week. Take the offer you wrote in move 1, right? Write in 1 paragraph announcement of it. Set a price. Tell your audience it's open for 5 spots starting in 2 weeks. Open the link and see what happens. See how many will take it up, right? Whatever happens, you will learn more in 7 days actually than you would in 7 months of building, of trying to create a course. Number 4, use scarcity, not scale. Small numbers can be the future. Now, this is where it really clicks. When you have a small audience, you have been taught to apologize for it. So you call yourself small creators, small to say that we are just getting started. So undersell the size as if it's a flaw. That language is killing your offers, because it teaches your audience to discount you before they've even considered buying from you. Now, the truth is the opposite. Small can be the feature, not the flaw, not the bug. Smallness signals access, intimacy, attention, and exclusivity. The people who buy from creators with small audiences are paying for closeness. They are paying for the fact that you will actually reply, right? That you remember their names, that they are not buying a mass product, they are buying a relationship. So instead of hiding the size, try to weaponize it. It works. I'm telling you, weaponize it. Something like this first cohort is capped at 12 people because I want to work with you closely. I'm only taking 5 clients this quarter. This newsletter is intentionally small, built for serious operators, not casual readers. Suddenly, the smallness is no longer weakness. Instead, it is positioning you, right? Premium brands across every market in the world use this principle on purpose. The Birkin bag isn't valuable because Emmys can't make more of them. It's valuable because they choose not to. Manufacture scarcity converts attention into willingness to pay. You can apply the same principle on a much smaller scale with completely different price points in your own creator business, right? So don't make your smallness a flaw. It is not. For us in African markets, for instance, where many audiences are still building cultural muscle around paying for digital products and services, The scarcity move works beautifully because it positions your offer as selective rather than mass. The 10 people who get in, they feel chosen, they feel like they're the best. They show up differently. They become testimonials. They tell other people about it. Smallness creates word of mouth in a way that scale never really does. Now, here's how to apply this week. Rewrite the launch copy of your offer to lean into smallness. Cap your spots, limit your time window. Use language like only 10 spots, intentionally limited, or this round will not be repeated. Just anything you can think of. Stop apologizing for being small. Start charging for that same smallness. Weaponize it. 5. Start tiny revenue streams. 3 small offers beats 1 big launch. Now, this is the last move, and it's the one that takes beginners from I made money once to I have a real business. When you finally make your first $200 from your audience, the temptation is to chase the next big thing, a course launch, a flagship product, the dream offer. But that's the most fragile model possible, right? Because when one offer fails, your own income drops down to 0 because you've invested it, right? You become a one-shot creator, and one-shot creators burn out pretty fast, and you don't want to do that for yourself. The creators making sustainable income from small audiences don't bet everything on one launch, right? What they do is that they stack, and I'm going to explain that. They build 3 or 4 small revenue streams, each generating modest amounts on its own and together producing real recurring income. A typical stack for a beginner with, let's say, under 5,000 followers might look like probably like a $5 digital product. Maybe it's a guide, a template, or a swipe file. And then probably like a $40 one-on-one service, like a strategy session, an audit, a coaching call, whatever it is. And then maybe like a $20 per month membership or community, and an affiliate partnership with a tool you genuinely use. None of these things alone is impressive, but stacked together with even a small market, you can produce more than most full-time jobs in many African economies, right? More than most, I'm telling you. The reason this works is that different people in your audiences are at different points of readiness. Some are ready to spend $5 on a digital product. They are ready to spend $5 today. Some are ready to spend $40 next month. Some want a low monthly commitment. Some won't buy anything from you at all. They won't buy, but they'll buy from your affiliate link. By stacking, you meet your audience where they are. Instead of forcing them into one binary product that you have, like buy or don't buy decision. You don't force them into that corner. Now, this is also psychologically sustainable. When one stream is slow, another picks up. You're not riding the boom and bust cycle of a single launch. You're building an income that smooths itself out, over time, which is what real creator businesses look like, behind the scene. Now, here's how to apply this particular lesson this week. Sketch what your stack should be like. Write 3 potential revenue streams that you have. 1 priced low, like a digital product, 1 mid-priced, and then an ongoing offer, maybe like a monthly membership retainer, affiliate, whatever it is. You don't have to launch all of these 3 this month, right? You just need to know what you're building toward. And, the plan is to unlock. The plan is like the unlock. Do you get this? Now, I'm going to close this video with this. You don't need a bigger audience to make money online. You just need a clearer market, a list you own, an offer worth paying for, the courage to pre-sell it, the discipline to make smallness a feature, and the patience to stack instead of chase, right? The creators making money with small audiences are not exactly lucky. They're not. They're operating with rules the average creator is so scared to apply. These rules that I've shared with you, you can apply them too, right? Starting this week with the audience that you already have. You don't need permission to start charging for what you know. I'm telling you, it's your knowledge. You should charge for it. The audience is not the bottleneck. The decision is, right? So you need to start because it's time you start making money, right? Now, if this video give you a different way of seeing your audience, please hit subscribe. I publish a video like this every week for creators and entrepreneurs ready to turn what they know into income. Thank you so much for watching. It means a lot. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. It would help the video because it takes a lot of time to make this video. From scripting to shooting to editing takes a lot of effort. So subscribing and liking kind of encourages me, and right, thank you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.